Hello students, hope you are watching all the videos sent by us. Let's move on to lesson number 5, location and time. In the previous video, we had discussed about the general terms required for location of a place and understanding time zone. First of all, we learn how to locate a place on the surface of the earth. We can find the exact location of any place on earth if we know its latitude and longitude. Let's recall. Latitudes are imaginary horizontal lines which run parallel from west to east. Longitudes are set of vertical imaginary lines which run from North Pole to South Pole. The latitudes and longitudes form a network of lines known as the grid. There are 181 latitudes and 360 lines of longitude, and these are expressed in degrees. The imaginary line that passes through the center of the earth is called equator. From 0 degree equator to the North Pole, there are 90 lines of latitude. Similarly, from 0 degree equator to the North Pole, there are 90 lines of latitude. So, from equator to North Pole, it is known as Northern Hemisphere. From equator to the South Pole, it is known as Southern Hemisphere. 23.5 degree north is known as Tropic of Cancer. 23.5 degrees south is known as Tropic of Capricorn. These two tropics receive the direct rays of the sun. Arctic Circle is measured at 66.5 degree north. Antarctic Circle is measured at 66.5 degrees south. 0 degree longitude passed through the British Royal Observatory at Greenwich near London. This 0 degree longitude is known as prime meridian. There are 180 meridians on either side of the prime meridian. So from 0 degree to 180 degree west is known as Western Hemisphere. From 0 degree to 180 degree east is known as Eastern Hemisphere. Let's locate a place on the surface of the earth. While locating, we should read the latitude first and then the longitude is read second. Take a map and mark the exact spot you are interested in. Use a ruler and a pencil to mark the latitude of the point. Make sure your line is parallel towards the nearest latitude line on the map. Starting from the same point, use a ruler and the pencil to draw a straight vertical line to the nearest north or south edge of the map. Make sure your line is parallel to the closest longitude line. Depending on the scale of the map, you may be able to estimate the coordinates of the point. Look at where your latitude and longitude line intersect the coordinate line on the edge of the map. Now let's take this example. When we marked on the map, we got latitude 38 degree north as the place is in the northern hemisphere, so we put N. We got a longitude 122 degree west as the place is in the western hemisphere. Now let us put them together. We read it as 38 degree north, 122 degree west. This is the exact location of the spot that we had made on the map. I hope students now you are ready to find some locations on the map. The another simplest way to find the location on the map is using your mobile GPS. If you have got a smartphone, you can go to Google Maps and find your exact coordinates. Now let's understand the local time, standard time and international standard time. When we get up early in the morning, brush our teeth and take a bath, then we have breakfast and go to school, we study in our classroom. We return home, we go to the playground to play in the evening. We have dinner, brush our teeth and go to sleep. We keep doing similar activities throughout the day. Considering our daily routine, we need to decide the time for all our activities. The Earth takes 24 hours, that is one day, to complete one rotation. We consider the direction where the sun rises to be the east. Thus, the Earth rotates from west to east. As a result, we experience sunrise, noon, sunset at midnight. During rotation, the longitudes in the western part face the sun gradually, while those in the east experience darkness. The longitude which faces the sun experiences sunrise, while on the other hand, the one in the darkness experiences sunset. While traveling in a bus, we often see trees, electric poles, buildings, etc. outside the window. They appear to be moving in the opposite direction. Actually, they are stationary and our bus is moving forward. Similarly, because of the rotation of the earth, we feel that the sun is changing the position from east to west daily. As soon as the sun starts moving up in the sky after sunrise, the length of a shadow reduces. Normally, the length of the shadow is shortest at noon. As the sun moves towards the horizon in the afternoon, the length of a shadow increases again by evening. The noon time is the same at any given longitude across the earth, that is, from the North Pole to the South Pole. The time of a particular place, as decided by the location of the sun in the sky, is known as its local time. In the regions lying in between the polar circles and the poles, the daytime could be more than 24 hours depending upon the season. As a result, understanding the timings of sunrise, noon, sunset and midnight at these places becomes important. Longitudes lying to the east of any longitude are ahead of the time of that longitude, while those lying to the west are behind. As the distance between two longitudes increases, the local time also starts differing. India has 30 meridians passing through it. This can create a confusion about which local time should be followed by the country. To avoid this confusion, there is a need to have one central meridian for the whole country. This is the standard time for the country. The Indian government has accepted the meridian of 82.5 degree east for the standard time, which is 5 hours 30 minutes ahead of Greenwich Mean Time. For an international coordination between countries, the local time at Greenwich in England is considered to be the international standard time. The difference in standard times of various countries is calculated with reference to GMT. The Indian Standard Time is 5 hours 30 minutes ahead of GMT. If it is 5 p.m. at Greenwich, then in India it would be 10:30 p.m. International Dateline, that is IDL, is an imaginary line drawn on the surface of the earth running from North Pole to the South Pole. It passes through the middle of the Pacific Ocean, roughly following the 180-degree longitude, but it takes a bend around some territories and island groups. International Dateline demarcates one calendar day from the next. A traveler crossing the ideal eastward will lose a day or 24 hours, and a traveler crossing the ideal westward will save 24 hours. The Earth takes 360 degrees of longitude to complete one rotation of 24 hours. So, in 1 hour, it covers 15 degrees. So, from the international dateline, 15 degrees towards the east will be 1 hour ahead of the international dateline, and 15 degrees towards the west will be 1 hour behind. So, the difference between each degree is 4 minutes. The places opposite to the sun will have night time, where it is midnight. When it is 11 to 11:59 p.m. at the international dateline, the entire world on that date will have the same day. But at midnight at the international dateline, a tiny slice of earth is on a new day, where it is midnight and the international dateline. So we have two datelines. The international dateline and the midnight. It is 12 midnight Monday. The areas to the east of the international dateline will have Tuesday, and the blue area is still on Monday. If a plane flies into the red area, it's Tuesday. If a plane flies into the blue area, it's Monday. As each hour passes, Tuesday gets larger and Monday gets smaller. Gradually, the entire world enters into Tuesday. A plane can fly from Monday right through Tuesday and back into Monday. And the person at the North Pole could easily walk in a circle between the 2 days. If a plane keeps flying around the world, it will simply switch between the 2 days. So dear children, understanding international dateline and the standard time of a country is very important. Do you know the international dateline is not a straight line? It is in a zigzag manner. Some groups of islands fall on either of the dateline. So, if the dateline was straight, then two regions of the same island country or island group will fall under two date zone. Thus, to avoid any confusion of date, this line is drawn through where the sea lies and not land. Hence, the ideal is in a zigzag manner. We have come to the end of the lesson. Dear children, if you do not understand, please watch the video again and again and read your textbook. Thank you.